Imagine if your son was responsible for one of the worst mass shootings in American history. Well, this is a reality that the mother of Columbine High School killer Dylan Klebold has lived with for the past 17 years, and she's finally breaking her silence to ABC News anchor Diane Sawyer. So everyone, please welcome Diane. Diane, we've seen the promos. This looks like it's going to be such a powerful story, not just because we haven't heard from her for so long, but also we're going to talk about the warning signs. But first and foremost, Sue has lived with the story for 17 years. She hasn't spoken publicly. Why did she want to speak about it now?
I think she would say shame and grappling with the truth that it took her a long time to face the reality of it, and also to try to find some way to turn this agony on the part of the families, and which is unsurpassed and ongoing and eternal, but to try to bring something that might be useful to the world. So she thought, what if I can teach something about what I missed, what I would give anything on the face of this earth to say and do differently? And so that's what she's doing. She's written a book. Proceeds go to mental health, and she's written a book called A Mother's Reckoning, and it is a reckoning.
How did she find out, that her son had killed 13 people? How did it?
She is at the office. She says that I woke up in the morning, an ordinary wife and mother, a loving mother who thought she was a great mother, and 24 hours later, I was the mother of a hate-crazed gunman. And that day, she's at the office. She gets a call from her husband, who says there's an emergency, and let her know that they think it's their son.
So she was completely shocked, like she didn't even recognize the kid.
Well, she had seen only things over time that she now looks back and said, could they have alerted me to anything? Could they have warned me of anything? But 17 years ago, there was no Columbine. No one was thinking this way.
Now, prior to the shooting, what was their relationship like at home? What was going on even days before the shooting?
And her husband worked from home. He was home every day. She said that she had seen something bothering her son, but she wrote things off to adolescent depression. She allowed herself to be reassured by all kinds of other things. And one of the things she wants everybody to do is just let it cross your mind that things you're seeing, even little things you're seeing, may not just be a phase, they could be something profound.
We want to talk about some of those warning signs, but I want to show everyone a very powerful clip. You asked her specifically about being a mother to the son that she dearly loved, and then about the people that her son would later kill. Take a look.
I think we like to believe that our love and our understanding is protective, and that if anything were wrong with my kids, I would know, but I didn't know. And it's very hard to live with that.
She says not a day goes by she doesn't think of the victims and their families.
I just remember sitting there and reading about them. All these kids and the teacher. And I keep thinking, constantly thought, how I would feel if it were the other way around and one of their children had shot mine. I would feel exactly the way they did. I know I would. I know I would.
Diane, and following the shooting, so many public officials, politicians blame this on bad parenting. Does she still blame herself, and how's she coping?
Well, she does for the things that she missed. But one of the things we want to do tonight, there have been 79, to our count, thwarted plots by school shooters, thwarted. So there is some way to prevent it, and you're going to hear tonight the ways some of these were thwarted and what we can all do together, what everybody can do to try to prevent this from happening again.
That's unbelievable.
There have been so many school shootings since Columbine. We heard on the news this morning that there was a possible shooting in Arizona. When she hears about other shootings, what does she think?
It's horror, it's agony. And again, she wants everyone to know about the new systems that have been put in place and the new ways. If you just take all the pieces of the puzzle, and a lot of people had a lot of pieces of the puzzle, in this case, in Columbine too, and you put them together, maybe something can change.
Has she been able to make peace with herself. You saw so many people were casting stones and saying, this is your fault, you were a bad parent. Has she been able to reconcile any of this?
You know, I don't think you get out of the hell of the reality of what happened.
Does she forgive her son? Does she forgive it?
You know, she says that to her a happy moment is a moment without suffering.
Oh, boy.
And that she is really dedicating as much as she can of her life and her hope to the families, to what could be done for the families, because she knows their suffering is eternal. And she says at one point that the prayer, "Make me an instrument of thy peace," is the one that is on her heart.
And there were so many families of the victims that came to her after the tragic shooting and forgave her son and told her that this wasn't on her as well.
Yes, we reached out to the families. We're going to reach out again because we want to know after they watch what they have to say. Some of them feel that she has not come forward in time for them. Their anger is immense at her still too, but you're right. Others of them have come forward, written letters. There is a posting today, a Facebook posting about her from one of the girls at Columbine, one of the students at Columbine who was paralyzed and wrote a letter about forgiveness. And another student's parents, you know, the parents have taken up great causes, and the parents of one of the students said that we're teaching forgiveness because without forgiveness, God can't flow through you to help anyone else. And so we are seeing this this sad but deeply moving attempt to, as I said, make purpose out of this.
Diane, I have the utmost of respect for you. This is such an important story. We haven't heard from the mom, but a national conversation, and a conversation we should be having with our children at the dinner table as well. And we're so looking forward to this story tonight.
Thank you. Thank you. We hope it makes people think. That's why we're here, and we hope it helps.
There's no one better that does it than you, Diane. Thank you, everyone. Our thanks to Diane Sawyer. Silence Broken. A Mother's Reckoning. It airs tonight on 2020, 10 p.m. Eastern, right here on ABC. And we'll be right back.
Hot topics are, tell them, Whoopi.
It's too hot.
And we're seeing stars. Because look who's hitting the view. Kate Hudson, Jennifer Jason Leigh, Eva Longoria, Fred Savage, and Raven and Mario in an epic food fight. It's The View on ABC.
You said you were sorry and you never meant it. Never. You would look at me like I was stupid and overreacting and taking it too far. I wanted to take it to your goddamn fucking face.
Hey guys, go into my
I would love to fucking smash your face.
Abby, bring it. No, if there's a time to do it now.
I would love to.
All right, well then bring it.
Great. Stop it, guys. This is crazy. Just take a fucking time out.
I agree that it's crazy.
Great. I'm the crazy one. I'm the crazy fucking bitch. Just.
I know, I mean, this just cannot. She started it.
Of us, or are you fucking her too? Oh, these two cute little girls get into them. It's gonna be such a shame to see your wife divorce you and your business ruined over a single night of reversion. You wanna go door to door and tell your neighbors you're a child molester? What will the other parents do to let their kids play your convicted pedophile? Oh, there's Evan. There's Evan. I didn't think you had it in you.
The 2016 Olympic Games, this summer from Rio.
Olay Regenerist renews from within, plumping surface cells for a dramatic transformation without the need for fillers. Your concert team might show your age. Your skin never will. Olay Regenerist. Olay, ageless.
The Angels are down by 5, 15 seconds left. Not looking good for them.
Devils are set. All they have to do here is run out the clock.
Oh no! Bad snap! Unbelievable! Ball's loose!